He's our top-ranking freshman. So give it up for Mr. Reginald Van Howell III!
Then allow me to kick off the insults. You're a nasty, stuck-up snob, and no one here likes you.
I'm waiting for the insult.
Settling my sin. Yeah, never say die. Got to go.
Hello everybody, and welcome to another deck profile in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Season 2 Dynasty series. It's time to talk about Reginald Van Howell III, the Chaz Princeton of Season 2. Oh wait, he didn't even get the chance to be Chaz Princeton of Season 2, because Chaz whooped his ass immediately and put him into shape, saying, you know what, being a dick doesn't work, okay? Who cares if you're good at Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're just gonna be a dick about it? Chaz literally has grown so much as a character. However, Reginald is not the worst character I've ever seen. His deck is a pretty interesting warrior deck, and I'm quite impressed that Chaz managed to beat him down. So, looking at Reginald's stats, let's go ahead and take a look. His stats look like this. It's very one-sided, and I'm going to tell you why. Reginald does not care about tactics. He doesn't even care about defense. All Reginald cares about is getting out his Gilford the Legend. Gilford the Legend. This card works really well with all of his equip spells in this equip spell deck. Obviously, this is kind of a side character that only appeared in one episode, therefore I added just random cards to the deck that apply to what his deck would be about. I never try to buff a deck. In fact, if they don't have enough cards, I almost nerf the decks in this case. So, looking at Reginald, his monsters are pretty interesting. He's got these cards which were added because he didn't have enough cards. Gilford the Legend is his boss monster and is a quite effective monster and a scary sight, to be fair. You gotta watch out for Gilford. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland is one of his best stalling cards because it gives him search potential. He's got his true boss monster, even though it doesn't look like it, Armed Samurai Benkei, where each equip soul adds one extra one extra attack to his battle phase. It's a pretty insane monster. He has Marauding Captain, which is known for actually having a stall possibility, which is kind of interesting, but it's really hard to pull off because you need to have two. And the only way to stop them if you get two on the field is you got to pop them, because you are no longer allowed to attack warrior monsters. You can attack face-down monsters, but you can't attack warrior monsters. I also added the Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu because I believe this card would help him out a lot with his equipped spell deck. Therefore, his equipped spells he uses are Lightning Blade. He has some anime-exclusive equipped spells that are not in the game. Therefore, we can't really help him out there. He's got Divine Sword Phoenix Blade, which is a really busted one that, honestly, in the end of the day, is going to be super helpful to him. He's got Legendary Sword added from me because he needed more equips. And it's a terrible one, but guess what? It'll help Benkei at least. And it'll help Gilford the Legend with his effect of getting equip cells back from the grave. He's got Wicked Breaking Flamberge Baou, which actually is a really nice equip spell because what it does is it stops the effect of the monster you're killing that has this equip spell. So if somebody tries to Penguin Soldier you, if somebody tries to Magician of Faith, if somebody tries to Giant Rat, you will stop those effects and you will be able to make your opponent suffer. It's a very nice effect. He's got a good staple like Call of the Haunted in his deck, and he's got some basic back row to help him out. It's not the worst deck, however, it's very one-sided, as I said. All this character cares about is attacking. He is not going to win a duel by burn. He is not going to win a duel by deck out. There is a very small chance he wins a duel by deck out by double Marauding Captain against an opponent that has absolutely no burn and absolutely no popping cards. Popping cards simply mean cards that can blow up a monster with a spell, monster effect, or trap effect that don't involve battle. At the end of the day, though, he's not that skillful at all. I honestly don't give him any points in skill because Marauding Captain is not reliable enough. However, there are really good cards in this deck like Benkei and Gilford, which give him a big boost in his attack stat because of the amount of attacks this card gets. Gilford has a huge attack stat at 2600 and automatically gets equip spells from the graveyard to attach to him or someone else, I don't remember. It's just a really good card. Overall though, this deck is only about attacking. It has good search potential with reinforcements of the army. It's got some search with Divine Sword Phoenix Blade's effect. It does have Call of the Haunted, so that's pretty nice. Marauding Captain adds to the special summoning effect. This card, Iron Blacksmith, adds to the search effect. Warrior Lady is a very good card for the search effect, so he's a decently fast deck with pretty good attack. And honestly, it's not a very bricky deck because most of these cards are easy to summon. Warrior Lady will keep you, keep you with monsters. Marauding Captain will keep you with monsters. Benkei's whatever if you don't have quit spells. These monsters are just not bricky at least. Gilford's a little bricky, but I mean, it's fine. He has some cards to anti-brick himself. Call the Haunted helps. Reinforcements of the Army helps. So this guy, he's got a lot of good potential. He's a very funny one-off character that just wanted to show off, and Chaz put him in his place, and I really did enjoy that duel. So, I hope you enjoyed our newbie that showed up in Season 2 of GX, Reginald Van Howell. If this is a deck you might want to try out, it's a very simple one to understand. You don't need to worry about being defensive because you don't really use your defense stat. You don't need any skill to use it because there's no real skill behind it. At most, use Warrior Lady competently and use Marauding Captain safely. The luck, there is no luck. Brick stat, it's hard to brick with this deck. You'll obviously have a lot of combos you can pull off easily. And it's a deck about, ooh, I hit you good. And that's all that matters. So, Reginald Van Howell III, not bad. Not bad. I like it. And honestly, I'm going to say, when it comes to your potential for winning the tournament, a deck that just straight up can beat your opponent up actually does have potential for winning the tournament. Granted, this deck still has a lot of problems because it doesn't have other win conditions where a lot of other decks can easily counter a deck like this. Therefore, I will say, Reginald Van Howell has a chance of winning the tournament, but the lowest chance I can give possible. He earns himself a 2.5 stars. Solid. Very solid. But not what you want. That's going to be it for this episode, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching. For those of you that would like to join us for this tournament, don't forget to follow us on Discord, which will be in the description below, a link to that at least. And don't forget that this game is called Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. If you would like to download this app, it's a lot of fun. You got to copy these decks down exactly if you want to be in the tournament, which is why I make these decks in general. Even if you don't like the deck, you got to find a deck you do like, because this is only day 2. You're going to find plenty of decks you do like. And Reginald Van Howell's deck, I personally think, is quite interesting, especially since it's a character that was trying to come to be the Chaz because he's a rich kid. He's an obelisk blue that shows up immediately, and he's like, guess what, guys? My dad's got big bucks. I got big bucks. I got myself a Benkei deck, which is pretty busted in this time period, and he just lost to like Ojamas, which was really funny. So that's going to be it. Please remember to like and subscribe. We're trying to grow into subscribers. We want to make it to 15K, which is going to be an extremely long march, but I'm ready for that march. Let's do it. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.